Here we are at City College on November 9th, 2021, and we're at the October Glory, which isn't really in its glory yet, probably a couple weeks, but I'm going to go ahead and take it today since I'm here. This tree is probably 20 years old. It's not real big. Shows you the maple leaf up close. And I need to keep this running, so show you some different trees. Canary Island, or maybe that's an Italian stone pine. This is a sycamore. There's a crepe myrtle that still has some leaves on it. Bookstore. Black Japanese pine, 3 of them. Another crepe myrtle, nice red bark. Some pretty good fall color. Sweet gum. I think these are Canary Island pines. There's another old sycamore over there that's pretty cool. There's a tree you don't see very often, an American linden, Tilia. Here's the evergreen oak right here that's not going to lose its leaves until probably March. Deodora cedars, the trees along Christmas Tree Lane. There's some newly planted Deodora cedars in front of the social science building. Here's a touch of red from Chinese pistache. Not going to see many people on this tour. We're heading over to see another Chinese pistache. It's a cultivar. You pay extra money for it. It's called Keith Davies. You can see it's got really good fall color right now. It's probably at its peak. So I wanted to come over here and show you a little grove of coastal redwoods. Two probably biggest trees are in front of the humanities office. Right here, we're coming up on them. They like this spot. Obviously, they've gotten really big trunks. Hard to capture how big they are. Really, all of these trees in this grove around right here behind the language arts are all redwoods. Coastal redwoods. There's another coastal redwood. Two more coastal redwoods. Let me show you, there's a red squirrel here, but let me show you what the coastal redwoods will do. They'll put out new growth at the trunk. the base of the trunk. There's our squirrel that is not at all afraid of me. So maybe it's going to attack me. Squirrels are gathering their nuts for the winter. A little bit of foliage still on the tulip tree over there. In California, sycamores. I like it down in this subterranean area. Big trees, not very old, because I'm sure they were planted when the building was built in 1974. So we're getting close to the botanical garden. We've got a incense cedar, new tree that's coming along pretty good. California native up in the Kings Canyon. You'll see lots of big incense cedars. This is a Japanese, not Japanese, I'm sorry, misspoke. Big leaf maple that replaced a really big one that we used to have fun with. We get up on the patio here and throw the early birds, the seeds that are called samaras, off the deck there. But it's got a ways to go, but it's got a good start. So going into the garden here, we got some fall color on a Japanese maple. I'm going to show you the dogwoods. 2 dogwoods that Steve planted not too long ago. We lost our other ones. Too hot and drought. So the dogwoods, these 2 little trees have got good color right now. There they are, fall color. They have berries when the birds don't eat them off, and beautiful white flowers in the springtime. There's the Japanese maple. That's where I'm going. Trip. There's the pond and the koi. Here's our outdoor plants that are happy that they're outdoors. There's a Japanese maple. This is strawberry arbutus with the flowers. And yes, it is edible. It's not going to be as good. I'm going to come back. I'm going to end here. So we're going to look at the giant sequoia. What's left of the giant sequoia. I forgot to take the picture of the meta sequoia, but this is the giant sequoia. Actually, it looks like we have 2. No, I take that back. These are junipers. I should have found the giant sequoia before I came over here. Let's see it. Seems to be hiding. Maybe Steve took it home. There's a little ginkgo with getting its fall color. So those are both junipers, my mistake. Lots of little miniature roses here that like the cooler weather. Okay, so I struck out on the giant sequoia foliage. You'll just have to take my word for it. Here's the train, of course. So here's some, this is going to be coming up. These are chrysanthemums. Typical fall, about the only thing that blooms in the fall. This is my chrysanthemum bed. It had a tough time last summer. It's so hot. I forget what the name of it is, but it got rained on last night. So there it is, as big as my palm. These are little pom-poms, some white pom-poms. Those dusty pink ones have been going. Here's one that's interesting. This is called matchstick because it looks like matches, and it's kind of a spoon. It's called a spoon. And amaranthus. I forget what the species is, but it's attractive. It's got a beautiful purple flower. I think those came up voluntarily. There's one here that's nice for being volunteer. Makes a statement. So I'm going pretty long, so I'm gonna stop this.